Hi guys, welcome back to my page. I know I said I was going to be posting on Sundays, but I really wanted to post this video. So here you are on Wednesday with a new post. If I can hack it, I will try to upload twice a week, but I don't want to make any promises because I know whenever I make a promise, it's like 4 months has gone by and then I post a new video. So I'm really excited to show this look. I was talking to one of my followers on Instagram, Miha. I'm going to put her out down below, and she was talking about, did I have any more like natural makeup looks? And I found the perfect natural makeup look. I let her pick between two. So like, if you want to have like fun conversations with me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram because that's where conversations happen, I promise. So I found this look over on Xiaohongshu. I think it looks very pretty and very natural, and she wanted more of like an everyday makeup look. So that's what we're going to attempt today. This is not a look I've done before, so whatever we're doing, we're trying for the first time, and I'm gonna try to keep the products as natural as possible. We'll see. I have a round face. We gotta make some magic happen if I want to look like I'm inspired by an inspiration photo. So if you want to see how I turn this into this, please keep watching. I'm going to pin my hair out of the way. I've already done my cleansing routine, skincare, and makeup prep, so let's hop into it. I'm gonna first go in with some NYX Bear With Me spray. I really like using this spray. I feel like it helps my skin feel really nice and hydrated. And as I said last time, it's really good for moisture retention, and it's just a really nice layer under my primer. Then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I'm going to just put some on the back of my head. I'm going to be honest, I'm really surprised I said that name correct. And I'm going to go in with this BK Beauty 111 brush and then get some of that on my brush. And I just like to do like nice sweeping motions over my face. And you can always blend it in with your fingers, but I just really like using a brush. Then I'm going to go in with YESSTYLE's Butter Glow Stick. This is in Herb Sugar. I like to put it on the high points of my face, my cheekbones, down my nose, on my forehead, upper lip, and my chin. I like to then go in my fingers and then just tap that into my skin. It's a really nice like underglow, like when you're trying to glow from within without looking oily. This is a really nice product for that. And just tap, tap, tap with your fingers. To color correct, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Medium Beige. Like going on and putting this over any place that I have any discoloration. I'm going to use this BK Beauty 110 brush to blend it out. And you want to, again, just tap, tap, tap. The under eye as well. Sometimes I like using more angled things around my eye, but for this it's okay. It doesn't have to be completely neat because it gets the job done. And because of this brush being so dense, it doesn't take very long to blend out anything. Again, just tapping and moving it around a little gives you really nice blend. Then to just do a last little step of concealing, going to go in with the Milani Conceal Imperfect in the shade Warm Tan. I'm going to use this to add a little more coverage on my under eye and anywhere that I have any discoloration that wasn't perfectly concealed by the first product. Go in with that same 110 brush, go a little on my lid, just cancel out any discoloration on my lid, copy on the other side, and then just tap, tap, tap over anywhere else that I put that concealer. Then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation in the shade Honey. I'm going to do 2 pumps on the back of my hand, go in with my Shop Me spatula to get a nice thin layer, and just get that on my face so I can blend that out. This gives you a really nice even layer of foundation, so you're not looking too over dramatic for this more natural look. I'm gonna go in with this black makeup sponge just to get that all blended out, and I'm just bouncing it on my skin just like I do with the rest of the products. Just bounce, 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 and you're just gonna repeat that to the rest of your face. Make sure you get your forehead as well. If you need some coverage, some people don't need coverage in your forehead. I do, because I have some discoloration. And again, just pat, 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 pat that in. Next, I'm going to go in with Milani's Cheek Kiss and Mocha Moment to do some contouring. I'm going to go in with this Do Care 13 brush, get some of that on there. Because this is a more natural look, I'm not going to do a lot of contouring. I'm going to try to keep it pretty minimal. It'll match. And basically not try to go back in there. Nice brown contouring on my nose. And you just want to do lines around and then feather it up. Get a little bit from my jaw, both sides, and a little my lower lip. And I'll put some more of that on my jawline. Use the BK Beauty 101 brush to blend that out. I feel like I've said that before, but this has to genuinely be one of my favorite brushes for blending because of how dense it is. Like, I feel like every time I use this brush in a video, I'm gonna talk about how amazing this brush is. It's literally so great. I'll blend it out, and it doesn't take very long to blend out as well, especially if you're trying to do like a nice demure. Has anybody else seen that demure meme? Oh my god, it's like stuck in my head. Demure. It's so demure. So sweet. So tasteful. Demure. It's so funny. Blend the jawline. You don't want any harsh lines, so after you blend, you're gonna drag it down a little bit to like if you have like neck fat, which I do. Blend it down there so it's not like a harsh line when you turn your head. My lower lip, that blended. It helps make my lower lip look fuller, which I love. And to blend out my nose, I'm going to go in with this Fan brush just to blend out my nose contour. And I just like to tap and just like move around a bunch just to keep everything all blended out. I don't like the way this looks at the top, so I'm going to blend out the edge with my finger and go back in with my brush. And you just want to tap it and bring it down. So I received a comment, I think over on like Threads or something, that somebody said that they don't like me creating a nose bridge. I like it. And that's what matters. Then again, just tap with my finger around the button part. To highlight my face, gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Sand. For a more natural look, I'm gonna keep highlight more natural shaped. Kind of go in the same places that I want to like bring light to. Like any of the high points in my face, like under my eye, lip, chin, my nose, and a little on my forehead. Just because this is a more natural look. Going with this BK Beauty 113 brush on everywhere except for my under eye, blend my chin, upper lip. It's so nice to use a brush for this. So I feel like it just has some of the best outcomes for making everything look really nice and blended. The forehead, nose bridge, and I'm just tapping it to blend. Go to the tip of my nose. I'm gonna have to go in with my finger a little bit. Your finger is a really nice tool for blending. For my under eye, going back in with that 110 from BK Beauty. Just tap, tap, tap. Go out as far to the side as I can. Just to help my eyes look a little more lifted. And get that all tapped out. And make sure you blend it. Everything just kind of like blends into each other. To set my contour, going to go in with the Kaleidos Symphony Contour Trio in the shade Tan. I'm going to go into these two shades with this Morphe brush. Lightly set all of that cream contour. And because it's cool toned, I feel like it works really well with my skin complexion. Set my lower lip. Then going in with this Be Small Fluffy brush. Tap off any excess. Set around my eyes and my nose. And keep my tip really nice and rounded. For my cream blush, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Suave Mauve. Today is going to be one of those rare days where I only put blush on my cheeks, but that is okay. There'll be other days where I can put the blush wherever I want. Then going in with the BK Beauty 107 blush to blend that out. And I like using this blush because I feel like it has such a really nice surface area where I can just blend a lot of blush out. And I think for this look, this mauve shade, it looks really nice because it's kind of purpley on my skin, which really complements my skin tone. To set my face, I'm going to go in with the YSL All Hours Hyper Finish in Translucent. I'm going to take that on this black triangle puff, really get in there, and really focus on my under eye and blend out that blush as nice as I can to make it feel like a blur on my skin. Make sure you hit up both sides because you don't want one side set and the other's not. And then whatever you have is like excess, just work that on the bottom part of your face. Go in on the whole puff and use whatever I have on there for my forehead to set that. Set all those powders. I'm going to go in with the Milani Make It Last Original. For my powder blush, going to go in with the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush in Iridescent Flash. To apply that, I'm going to take my Kaleidos Dual Fiber Contour Brush. Put some on there. Do like a little weird smile and focus on the apples of my cheeks. You don't need much. Oh, this is very pigmented and a little bit goes the wrong way. And I'm going to take whatever's excess and put that on my chin and a little on my forehead. And I'm just going to try to like blend it out a little more. And it's like a nice like natural color for my skin tone. To highlight, I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder in Euphoric Strobe Light. I'm going to apply that with this Morphe M45 brush. Light dusting in the product, tap off any excess. And I'm going to focus this really high in the back of that little like half moon shape. I'm not going to bring anything forward onto my cheek. A little down the center of my nose and on my forehead, on the tip of my nose, top of my lip, my chin. What I like to do is just go down my cupid's bow, get rid of any color, just to make it look like my cupid's bow is deeper than it is. I love doing that, while still looking pretty natural. For my brows, I'm gonna first go in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. I'm gonna disturb my makeup, so I like using a powder puff as a cushion. I'm gonna brush the hairs up. Our brows are very natural looking. I'm going to do some fake hair strokes in the front to make the front of my brow look fuller. Just brush those out. Mimic some hair like strokes. The line at the top pretty even. I'm not going to do like a distinct line this time like I did in my previous tutorial. I'm just going to use the hair strokes that I'm manufacturing to give me like a brow shape. Then I'm going to go in with Milani's Beacon Brow in Espresso to just do some extra little definition on the brow. I genuinely just like to concentrate it on the tail and just make the brow look fuller and a little bushier. I'm going to go in with that same pen to do a couple moles. Sometimes the debate of like going over actual mole and then drawing a brand new one. So hard because I have such similar moles. Like I have one here and it's not like perfectly similar, but it's similar enough. For my eyes today, I'm going to be completely using the ColourPop Precious Metals palette. I brought you in a little closer so you can focus more on the eyes, baby. I'm going to first go in with the shade Too Much. I'm going to put that all over my lid. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Invest in Me and add a little definition to my outer V. And just do circular motions to smoke that out. Then I'm going to go in with the shade You're Solid on this pencil brush to line along my lash line and under my Egyo style in a kind of like downward motion to make it look pretty natural and leave it flared outward. Then I'm going to go in with the shade 100% and I'm going to use that to highlight in between those two lines on my lower lash line. Just tap that in. And slight definition around the sides of my nose. Then go in with a little of Feel the Chemistry, just to highlight a little extra around my eye. I'm going to go back in with a little of Too Much and blend that on my lid, just to blend that color around the side of my nose a little more. For my liner, I'm going to go in with Peripera's Ink Thin Brush Liner in the shade Black Noir. And I'm just going to use it to line along the whole inner part of my eye. And a little on the inner corner, but not much. And then try to do this this way without messing it up this time. And just like, yeah, tap it. That's fine. Yeah, tap it along my lash line. And this wing is very small. Nice little baby wing. I'm going to go in with my trusty Shiseido lash curler to curl my lashes at a couple angles. That's how you get the best curl. And then one last time at the base. Then I'm using Elle Cosmetics No Budge Shadow Stick in the shade Perfect Pearl. I'm going to use that to highlight my waterline. It looks icky, but it's not that bad. I'm I'm going to use the Hourglass Unlocked Mascara in the shade Ultra Black. I'm going to use that to do a couple coats of my top and my bottom lashes. Then I'm going to use this lash glue by Duo. It's their brush on adhesive with vitamins. I'm going to apply some to this lash strip. And you want to wait like 30 seconds for it to become tacky. And I'm just going to shake it like a salt shaker. I'm going to apply them in a downward motion. And then use the tips of my tweezers to adjust them into place to get them exactly where I want them. Just make sure you line up your lash band as close as you can to your lash line. Or at least under where your eyeliner is. And I just like to squeeze the band to my lashes. And it helps open my eye up. Next, I'm using the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in the shade Lay Down the Mauve. I'm just going to use that to create a rounded upper lip. And I'm going to tuck in my lower lip so I can overline my bottom lip as well. And then just kind of fill it in a little bit just so I can add the color in on the top and bottom. And then use it with my finger to blend it into my lip. To stain my lips, I'm going to go in with the Etude Dear Darling Water Tint in Cherryade. I'm going to put some of this on my upper lip to stain that area. And then some on the inner part of my lower lip. And just use my finger to blend it in on the upper and lower lip. And I'm going to do a little on the lower part of my upper lip just to blend that into this really red lower lip. To top that off, I'm going to go in with the Kaleidos Untamed Glow Glossy Lip Glaze in Skinny Dip. I'll just use that to make my lip glossy as well as tone down that red a little to make it appear more natural. And make sure I give the upper lip the same treatment. And this is going to be the final look. I think this turned out really nice. Really, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. Very natural, a lot different than how I do some of my other makeups. I tried to keep it as simple as possible, but you know, when it comes to my head being so round, I have to do a little extra contour, a little extra highlight, and just to create the dimension that sometimes gets lost in round faces. But genuinely, I really like the way that this turned out. I think it's really pretty and very suitable for like more everyday makeup looks. It's not as dramatic as my go-tos. And I love the drama. Don't worry, there will always be more drama makeup looks on this page. But this is a nice like break from the usual, I guess. And again, I don't know how long this video would be because I feel like it didn't take me that long to record it. So this might only be like 10 minutes. I hope it's longer, but you know, if it's 10 minutes, I'm so sorry. I tried to be as detailed as I could, and I hope I was really detailed. I remember I received notes that my videos were not as detailed as they could be, but I'm trying to like put in as much detail as I can so you guys can follow along really well at home and you don't have the issue of like looking at the screen and going back and forth. You guys can just listen to the sound of my voice and know exactly what to do moving forward with the makeup looks. And then I don't know if I mentioned it before, I feel like I didn't, but I am wearing the OLENS Big Glowy lenses in the shade Mocha Brown. I think that's the only thing that I haven't really mentioned. Anything else I can think of will be linked down below. Link if I can find it either on Amazon, the shop's website, or like I think I have to link my nails on like Walgreens because that's the only place I can find them, but that is where I bought them. So if you enjoyed this makeup look and my little tutorial, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on your push notifications, as well as leaving a comment of any other looks that you want. All of my socials will also be linked down below. And I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I also do have, I'm a little bit of a writer. I try. I have a book being published over on the Kindle for Kindle Vella. I have that also linked down below, so if you could go check that out and leave me a comment, I would really appreciate it. But I love you guys so much, and we're gonna cue this montage. Birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather. We should stick together. Birds of a feather.